Hello, everybody, and welcome back to JoBro Radio, the best and your favorite nerd and pop culture podcast on the planet and all platforms known to man. I am your host, Neo, joined by my fellow co-host, Gage. Say what's up to the audience, buddy.
How's it going, everyone? Thank you for tuning in.
Yes, thank you. We appreciate your views and you giving us your time out of the day to listen to our idiot voices rant about whatever we want. If you're new here, we talk about nerd stuff, we talk about pop culture stuff, things that anger us, like today's episode, and just general things that we're interested in. But
That's
before
good.
we get into our topic, we'd start off with some small talk. So, do you have anything to say to the audience or to me that happened recently in the past week?
Well, first off, just as a little foreshadowing, you said today it's angry episode. I absolutely thrive off of indignant rage, so I'm excited for this. But
A general preface: I'm going to curse a lot this episode, so little disclaimer: I'm sorry in advance. But all my sting butt points not be cut in half.
Mhm. All of them will be.
Not because that's
Not
not
all
how
of
it
them,
works.
only some of them. Okay. Well, I don't really have a whole lot in the way of small talk. It's just like the update for V Rising came out today. Gloomrot.
I did see that. I did see that.
I'm excited to play it. We're gonna be playing that on stream. Um, Probably on our solo stream pages. Uh, I don't know if we'll do that on the JoBro Twitch page, but either way, we'll plug those later. But yeah, we'll be playing that. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm super excited.
Demeo also got an update. I don't know if you saw that.
Demeo got an update. What kind of
Yes.
update? Oh, they're doing
Um.
PvP. They added a.
Yeah.
It's not that that wasn't an update. They released a separate quote game. It's a standalone thing for PvP, and I'm not gonna mess with it at all
Oh, okay. I see.
because
Never mind then.
I do not care about the PvP unless there was something else they did with it. But I don't like.
Just bug fixes.
Oh, okay. I mean that's great in its own way. Uh,
I never really noticed bugs with Demeo. I'm not gonna lie.
Demonologist had a nice update. We're gonna have to check that out on stream. And that one will
I
be
I
on
did
JoBro
I did check
Gaming.
out the new. I did check out the new
Yeah, but we
safe
didn't.
house.
But
It's cool.
we didn't do it together, and we didn't do it on stream. That's the thing. Um, Small talk, small talk. My beard's come into the way that it when it's like almost fully grown out, so I'm
Yeah.
happy I don't
Nice.
look like a baby anymore.
I have to shave according to army regulation.
Ah, yeah, it wouldn't matter anyway. You can't grow much.
Yeah. No.
But yeah, that's really all I got. Just I'm excited to play some games and all that. We've been we and me, but also really just we in general have been absolutely slacking on uploading.
Yeah,
So
and streaming.
so and streaming. So look, I there isn't really a proper excuse I have other than we suck, but we're trying to. Things are weird right now, so
we went so strong for three like and a half seasons almost, and then we just. Bloop.
well, throwing in video podcasts into the mix was a little bit of a throw, and then there's streaming and it's just a weird process signing in and out. I think we might.
Mhm.
I think there's a structure change that I have in mind for that, but I don't want to talk about it while we're live. I don't want to burden the audience with such boring matters. So,
Right.
um, but we'll be back on track soon. I'm sorry though for the
I also
shit.
apologize. Yeah.
Anyway, that's all I got
In
really.
the way of small talk for me, I don't really have anything. Um, Really, my topic is just a bunch of small talk about one topic that really pissed me off when I read it and saw it, and I'm just
I know a
there's no
small
other words to describe it
I know a
that
small bit of
I
this. Let it out. I'm just kidding.
no. Okay, so let's get into this now, Gage.
hmm
We both know that Blizzard's a shit company, right?
Oh, I absolutely despise Blizzard with everything in like the deepest pits of my soul. We've talked about this on the podcast how much I hate Blizzard.
And you know what they did?
What'd they do?
You know what soul crushing thing they did?
What did they
They
do?
completely scrapped PvE for Overwatch 2.
scrapped it entirely.
They
They just
completely scrapped it.
why? Did they
7
say
years of
why?
work, they just fucking scrapped it.
Did they say
Uh,
why?
I don't know if there's an actual like good reason. Uh,
I just need a reason. I don't expect a good one. I just need a reason.
a clarification that I wanted to make is that while we made a decision to cut hero mode plus talents, we have a lot of great PvE content coming this year. They mean like story missions, how they did like Heroes of the Storm or the Blackwatch missions.
Yeah, well, those aren't that interesting.
Yeah, but I imagine there is in the dev chat what they said, but I think it's just because it was too big a task for them. Because Blizzard's a small company, so they can't really do much in the way of game
Yeah, I
building
mean,
or stuff like that.
Blizzard's an indie company. They've only been around for like what? Only a couple years, probably.
Yeah, probably
I
only a couple
mean,
decades, I'd say, but it's fine.
yeah, some people think that, like World of Warcraft, that's a game by Blizzard. It's like made by 10 dudes and it's only been around for a little bit. So, yeah,
Yeah,
I think I can see why that'd be too big of a task for about 2,000 people.
yeah, right. I mean, but what more can you expect with a bunch of people who sexually assault people?
Yeah. Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, I mean, obviously, sexual harassment's a bigger priority than, delivering product to people that are buying it and whatnot. I mean,
Okay, so here's the reason in quotes. We can't deliver on that original version for PvE that was shown in 2019, said Overwatch 2 executive producer Jared Noose during the stream, explaining that the developers struggled with the effort required to pull all that content together into a Blizzard quality experience, and that there is no end in sight or defined date.
okay, I have a few words. Re- Go through that last bit again. I was gonna quote it and I already forgot it.
The effort required to pull all that content together into a Blizzard quality experience.
It is too great of an effort,
Yeah.
dude. Give me just a second. Let me just throw out some examples here. All right. The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt that came out in 2015, right? Yeah. Okay. Let's go ahead and water this down a little bit. How about said it earlier, V Rising, insanely huge game for what it is.
No Man's
Uh,
Sky isn't made by a huge
Pretty much
company.
made by 10. Yeah, No Man's Sky, Hello Games. I mean, it's not as small as like Iron Gate, but it's an indie game.
It's more than Blizzard.
Yet it's basically an infinite galaxy. Yeah, no, why would Blizzard have the resources? It's not like they're AAA.
No,
I
not even
mean,
close.
too great an effort into a Blizzard quality experience. What? Riddled with fucking microtransactions? Is that what you want? Because Diablo Immortal taught me a few things about you people.
Yeah, to continue on this article, in quotes. So, what that means is we won't be delivering that dedicated hero mode with talent trees, that long term progression. Those things just aren't in our plans anymore. We know that this is going to be disappointing for many people. To be perfectly honest, it's been really difficult for many of us. A lot of folks on the team have poured their heart and soul into that stuff.
Yeah, and you just put them all out of a job because you're lazy.
Yeah, they. When I read that, I was like, no, there's no way. This is clickbait. This is just TikTok being like stupid. There's no way. And then I looked more into it. I'm just like,
They
are
did.
you actually kidding me? Yeah, they
They
did.
did.
They just scrapped the PvE entirely.
I mean, I've for a long time I've had absolutely zero respect for Blizzard just for a list of reasons. I mean, there's a bit. That is not one of the greater ones, but it really goes to enforce the point. You spent, what'd you say, 7 years working on basically what you could kind of say a single player experience for Overwatch, right? And you're just like, nah, we change our minds
Right? Yeah.
after 7 years of
7 years
work.
might be an exaggeration. It might be closer to 4 or 5.
That does not change the point at all. You know, you talk. Let's you work on something for 1 year. All right. Let's say it takes you 1 year. You know, let's say you're building a house. Okay, 1 year building a house, and then there's only a few things you have left to do. I don't know the process of building a house. I don't know, like electrical or something.
You gotta put the doors in the
But
house. That's
right,
it.
but right before you do that one last bit, after 1 year, you just decide to take a like knock down the whole house. You see?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Like you spent years working on this, and then you just scrapped all of it. None, just nothing left. You know,
Nope, not at all.
maybe all your work's gonna be tucked away in a like a hard drive for the next few years. Either way, thundering dumbasses.
Yeah, so, like a pretty famous or renowned Overwatch streamer that I like. He said, I think it really well. He was like, so people bought Overwatch 2 be mostly because they wanted the PV. Not they didn't buy it, it's a free game, but most people got Overwatch 2 because they wanted the PvE experience. They wanted a break from the PvP experience. But what they've done at the most simplest level is all they've done is just update Overwatch 1. So there's no reason to call it Overwatch 2 anymore because they're not delivering that PvE experience.
There's absolutely nothing unique about Overwatch 2 other than the characters look a little different.
Hmm.
I mean, they're adding new characters, but they would have done that anyway.
Yeah,
So,
and there's something he said that I agree with, but also disagree with in certain portions. Is Overwatch definitely was one of the greatest, or I don't know if greatest, but one of the best-selling and most loved FPS games of its time
I would
because it brought something new that people haven't like seen since like TF2 days, right? And now people are just gonna leave the community because
no, I would
Blizzard obviously
say
doesn't care about the game.
I would well, since Team Fortress 2, well, I mean, I guess. Uh I mean, I'm not going to deny the impact that Overwatch has had. I wouldn't really say it's the greatest though. As far as red versus blue games, which you're talking pretty much the only two giants I can really think to compare that to would be like Halo, which is pretty different, and then Team Fortress 2, which is extremely similar.
Hmm.
It was I mean, it was very unique in that sense because there was a lot more, like, I don't know, abilities, if you will. Team Fortress 2 is pretty simple, but it was also extremely old.
Yeah, it's just I'm so angry that they just scrapped because I was really looking forward to PVE. Like I wanted that experience because after Overwatch 1 and Overwatch 2 came about, I just stopped caring about it really after like the first month. And then
Well,
I'm just okay. I'm just gonna wait for the PVE, and now it's just not coming.
I mean, I'm very much inclined to agree. I didn't really care much about Overwatch to begin with, but when you told me they were doing a PVE thing, I was pretty excited about that because I have gone over time. I've gotten really tired of the PvP setting. I mean, I'll still play Hunt, and I have fun with it, but I don't really put nearly, like really at all, as much time into PvP games as I used to. I've
Not me either.
become a bigger advocate of the cooperative, like survival games like Valheim and whatnot, or single player narratives, single player games. I have a lot more fun with
Right.
those. Uh, and that's something that did pretty much that's something that did lock my interest into Overwatch, and it pretty much exactly the same thing you said. I'm like, well, now they're not getting. I'm like, now I will never touch that again. I have absolutely no reason to because I don't want to play Overwatch anymore.
Hmm.
I don't know what you'll do, but I mean, I'm
I
certainly
don't
not
know.
gonna.
I kind of like part of me kind of wants to get back to like GM rank, and part of me is like I don't want to have to work that hard again and like put the time in.
Honestly, I mean, even if it was because of something that I didn't want or not getting what I wanted, I would refuse to play their game or buy any of their products just for going back on that sort of thing. Like that's
Honestly, what I kind of wish would happen right now is every Overwatch player just goes on strike until they release that PvE.
they should. They absolutely should. But the thing is there's probably a lot of Overwatch players that don't care about it at all. They're
Yeah.
just they're completely fine just doing the same brainless PvP, all the time. No, that absolute. I mean, it doesn't really surprise me. I have absolutely zero expectations of anything good to come out of Blizzard. I haven't for a very long time. They're just bad. I think the only good thing
Yeah.
they've done was the Diablo 2 remake. Uh,
I liked Overwatch when it came out originally, and I had fun with it. I thought it was a fun game. I liked playing with my friends, and a few years ago I met some people in it that are now I'm really good friends with, and we used to queue all the time and have a lot of fun. But now it's just dumb is like the only thing I can really say.
yep. No, I'm not a fan of Overwatch. Or I'm not a fan of Blizzard. It's really Blizzard. That's my main problem. Is just Blizzard.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
they just have this track record of just the dumbest choices. And this, like the scrapping the PVE thing, that's not even the worst one.
Like,
Like that's bad. It gets worse.
yeah, I don't really see like because they had to have been almost done because you could go back and look at their like live streams and look at their like BlizzCon or any gaming convention, and they would show clips of the progress they've done with that mode and everything they've done and had it. It looked like it was almost done for almost 3 years. You're telling me in that time they didn't finish it and now they're just gonna scrap it when they're probably like maybe a year, maybe even half a year away from finishing it.
Yeah, no, they. I would say it probably wouldn't even be that long, depending on how long they've been working on it beforehand. I have no idea, but either way, just completely scrapping something like that was your, that was. I mean, I wouldn't really know. I didn't pay much attention to them announcing it, but it's the whole PVE thing seems like that was one of like the promised differences, right? It's like there'll be a PVE thing in the second game, and that's pretty much the primary thing that would separate it from the first.
Hmm.
It's like
I'm.
even if you had only just begun working on it and then you're just like, no, never mind, you're still breaking like one of your selling points. You're just
Mhm.
completely like shoving your main selling point in the garbage, you know?
I'm half tempted to just sell my Overwatch account because it's worth thousands.
I mean, you could. I mean,
Yeah,
people do this sort of
all the
stuff. I
skins
find it a little dumb, but
I have super rare skins on that account that you can only get at certain times. And my account's worth a lot of money.
well, it's up to you, bud. I'm not going to advise you on anything about that. I don't know how that works because that also sounds like selling your email, and that is absolutely something I would never do.
No, because you just sell the account and then the person changes the email.
If they're respectable.
Well, if they don't, I can just get it back, and they get scammed.
It's true. Anyway, yeah, no, I'm not really quite as enraged about that just because I don't really have faith in Overwatch, but I like that you're angry.
You like that I'm angry?
I like that you're angry. Usually I'm the angry one between the two of us.
That's true.
So it's nice to not be the angry one and to listen to you just like hate. It's it
Yeah,
feels good.
I saw that last night, and I was like just scrolling through like gaming news articles, and I hit my desk so goddamn hard when I read it.
did
Bro.
did Andrea be like, "What are you doing?"
No, she knows like when I hit my desk, I'm just mad.
Oh, she didn't ask why though. She didn't care.
No, I scared the cat. The cat was just sitting over on the
Like,
futon, and it's like,
he's
what the heck?
angry. He's angry. That's funny. Man, dude. That is a really dumb, dumb move for them to make, and I really hope that they suffer for it.
Another problem, like an innate problem I had when Overwatch 2 came out, is all the fucking microtransactions.
Yep, yep, that's Blizzard,
Like,
and that's not as bad as Diablo Immortal.
so they added like gun buddies, right? You know how you can get like a gun buddy in games.
No, I don't know what you're
So
talking about.
like a little thing that'll hang out, like a little charm, weapon charm.
A charm, a weapon
Yeah,
charm.
weapon charm, gun buddy, weapon charm, whatever. Uh, they added those, right? And you can get one in the game. It's like $7, but you can buy the real life keychain for like $5 in real life. But you spend $7 to get the one in game.
That's stupid.
Yeah,
But I mean, that's like really stupid. I wouldn't spend any real money on a weapon charm. That's ridiculous. Unless it's like part of a bundle, and I want the bundle. Uh,
yeah.
yeah, no, Blizzard's really been on their microtransaction crap for a while, and like I said, Diablo Immortal is way worse. Uh,
No, Diablo Immortal will always probably be the worst thing they ever put out, but
that thing is like that game is unplayable without spending money in it.
yeah,
Basically, people have like argued with me on that. I'm like, dude, there's sometimes in PvP, unless you have top notch, like equipment and whatnot, you can't play like any PvP at all. And the only way you can really get most of the gear and love ability to level up to play in PvP, you need to buy it. You know, someone said, or someone like did the study of it. If you were to play Diablo Immortal and not spend money and play it through and through on story, it would basically I can't remember what it was. Either it would take you like years to beat it with no money, or if you were to just spend money to get the best of the best stuff, you're looking at spending hundreds of thousands of dollars.
yeah.
It's in the hundreds of thousands. How much money you would have to give them to max yourself out. Or no, if you were to max your character out on power and everything in game, it would take you 15 years to do it if you did not spend the money to do it. Like
That's
that
insane.
is unacceptable.
Is that just with like waiting for things to craft, or is that just doing a bunch of missions over and over again?
It's just getting the shit. In general, no matter what, it's just getting the shit. It would take you 15 years to get the end game gear basically. I'm like that is stupid.
When you
It's
can
stupid.
just buy it for like $50,000 a piece.
Well, no, I mean, I don't think it's really that simple. There's a long chain of it. But God, and then there was some idiot who like spent $15,000 to like get this super rare item in game, and then he destroyed the item in game as protest. I'm like, dude, you gave them your money. Like they don't
Yeah,
care what you do with the
you're not
item.
you're not getting that money back. And the
Like,
fact
yeah,
that you have money to burn like that and you just literally burn the money, I have
you
no
could
respect for you.
you could have just uninstalled the game and called them out on their bullshit like me.
Or just send
I
them an email.
yeah, or just sent them an email. Also like me. And I probably will send him an email about this. I'm really looking forward to it actually. I Blizzard just sucks, dude. I
Hey.
don't even know why I have BattleNet still installed on my PC. It's worthless. Like I'm never gonna touch it again. Especially the only thing I would have actually given Blizzard my money for was the Crash Bandicoot game that they made that was on it recently. It's about time. Except now it's on all platforms, so I don't need them anymore. That's it. Um,
Yeah. Like part of me is like hoping and praying this is just like a late April Fool like joke or something.
it's not. It isn't. I hate. I'm not. I don't want to be the negative Nancy, but look, it isn't. A
Like,
company wouldn't do that.
no person in their sane mind just scraps that much hard work. It's not
You're right.
feasible.
You're absolutely right, dude. Bureaucrats are not sane people.
Fair enough.
Konami did the same thing with Silent Hills, dude. Back when PT came out, that when they were making a Silent Hill game, they scrapped it all. And they had mocap done and whatnot. I imagine they were actually working on that for quite a while, and then they're just like, nope, it's canceled. We're not doing it anymore. And then I waited all the way till now to get a Silent Hill remake, and then something else, which I've only heard about once. But that's game companies, dude. They for some reason a lot of game companies, and obviously right now we'll stick to topic and say Blizzard. They don't really want to give fans what they want. They want to give them something that'll make them money. And because I'm willing to
Yeah.
bet what it was is they could not find a proper way to monetize that the PVE.
PvE,
The PVE. They could not think of a rational way to monetize it.
like no transactions or anything.
No microtransactions or paying a bunch of money for the update.
Pay
Because
pay
because
$1 to revive.
like I guarantee that's what it is. People weren't gonna buy the update that you promised them anyway for a free game, and you
I
can't.
I, I would I would 100% buy like the PvE if it was released separately. I would 100% buy it.
I wouldn't. That's stupid. That's absolutely stupid. I mean, you can, and I'm not gonna bash you for it, but I think it's stupid for me. I don't want to do that. But oh shoot, I lost my point. And you can't, and yeah, and you can't really add microtransactions quite so well to a single player game unless it's like content for the PVE, right? Or it's like how I mean, single player games have like downloadable content, microtransactions, but it's like gear or maybe it's like a story, like a DLC like expansion. You can't really do that with what they were thinking probably. There just wasn't a logical way to monetize it. And so they're like,
No.
yeah, no, never mind. Because I 100% believe that Blizzard is just a bunch of whiny, rapey scumbags.
Yeah,
And
the employees at Blizzard can be summed up from a guy from a movie, and that's the guy that was like,
are you talking?
and then it's
Wait a
like,
minute. Are you talking about robots?
yeah, robots.
Where's Big
But
World?
instead of where it goes like,
You're cutting out, dude. You're cutting out bad.
I'm sorry, where's my money?
Where's my money? I need to tell one of my coworkers to listen to this episode because there's a joke we have that's kind of like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I should say it on here though. It's a little vulgar.
I mean, we've already given a disclaimer for this episode.
Well, it's no, I can't do this one. Maybe in like
Fair enough.
maybe in like a bonus episode soon though because it's funny. But
Bonus episode, the JoBros tell their deepest, darkest inside jokes.
we've only been talking for 30 minutes.
Well,
Yeah, this is going to
do
be
you
a
got
short
anything else?
episode. So
Do you
I
got
don't
anything else
I
you want
mean
to talk? Anything that's made you mad recently?
anything that's made me mad recently?
Yeah.
I'm sure I can if I think hard enough I'll think of something cuz everything makes me mad really.
I mean, don't stretch yourself. I can see smoke coming out of your ears right now, man.
I don't have ears. Uh well there was something that happened at work,
No.
but I don't think mixing my work life and my podcast life is a very smart idea because I work for corporate and I don't think they'll like me talking about these things.
I work for the government.
Yeah, but the government doesn't care about you. Like,
Oh, do you want to hear something fun?
sure.
So a bunch of soldiers were sent to the U.S.-Mexico border uh, to help with border control, and there was a Marine that smuggled for the cartel for like since he was 16 years old, and the only time he wasn't smuggling was when he was in boot camp and job training.
Ooh.
Yeah, FBI arrested his ass.
Like, is this someone you knew?
No, it was a Marine, crane
Oh.
eater, someone that has like an IQ of like 4.
Yet their training is more vigorous than yours.
I don't know. Marines are built different, and when I mean built different, I mean built dumb.
Yeah, but they're also way more beefy than what your lot tends to be.
Oh, so what? They're bulletproof to 9 mil. Everyone's bulletproof to 9 mil.
I'm sorry. Hang on. I don't know about you, but if you shot me in the face with a 9 mil, I would not be alive to tell about it. I could not describe the experience of being shot in the head with a 9 mil, or really anywhere else for the most part. The point is there's gonna be a lot of blood that I lose that day. That's everyone's immune to 9 mil bullets. You're right. How silly of me. I'm a fool. Why didn't I?
Yeah, you big dummy.
Yeah, you big dummy. Maybe you should be a marine. Crayons are my favorite food. So
No, I thought you were joining the Space Force.
yeah, you're right. I'm joining the Space Force. Me and Cade.
Mm, that makes me angry.
I love the Space Force. I love the Space Force. Not because they're good or it's like, impressive in any way. It's just so funny. It's just so funny. You know what the best part is? I could be a complete jackass and still make the same benefits that you get if I join the Space Force.
I hope you fucking die on your first mission to the moon.
I could completely desecrate all the work you put into the military so far and reach the same benefits as you. And since I'm
Yeah,
a somewhat competent human being, I would end up being a higher rank too.
that's not really how rank works, but
Yeah, it is.
okay.
It is in my head, so I'm gonna stick with that. I don't have
They're
any
not just like, oh, hey, you look like you know what you're doing. Here's Sergeant.
I don't have any hopes and dreams to hold on to anymore, so
Or
I'm just
no,
gonna hold
no,
on to that.
sorry. Didn't the Space Force call themselves Space Rangers?
I don't know, but I hope they did. We'll find out.
What are Space Force soldiers called?
I really hope it's Space Rangers.
Guardians. Sorry, Guardians.
Oh man, that's worse. It sounds like Destiny. Space Rangers would have been cooler,
Yeah.
but
I
instead we
mean,
have to. Huh?
if if the Space Force has a Ranger battalion, you will be a Space Ranger.
If they have a Ranger battalion, that's where I'm going, baby. I want to be a Space Ranger. I'm making my boy Buzz Lightyear proud of me.
Oh God. You know, I never understood why the Space Force and the Air Force have like brightly colored and weird patches.
Because they're in the air. You need to be able to see them. Don't look. I look. There was a logical chain of thought behind that, but I don't know what it was. It just came out, and I immediately forgot what point I was trying to make. I, I
My brain is too angry and depressed for this conversation.
You need to be able to see them. I can't even explain why I said that. I don't have it. I don't got it.
I'm waiting.
I no, you're not getting nothing from me, dog. I don't have it. It's not there.
You need to be able to see them because they're in the air.
Big head, no thoughts. You got nothing.
Just the Markiplier meme. Oh yeah, it's big brain time.
Yeah. Oh, just yeah. Insert that. Oh yeah, it's big brain time. Oh, in the air, you need to be able to see them. The bright colors. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why I said that, but it is pretty interesting. I mean, it's not like it would make more sense for like you to have bright colors. You kind of need to be camouflaged.
So do they.
No, they're
They
in the
don't just
air.
fly planes.
Dude, you
No,
don't
they have.
need camouflage on the moon, you idiot. What are you gonna camouflage from, huh?
Hang on. Oh, did the Space Force have a spacesuit yet?
I hope so. I hope so. Please
A
God tell me they
spacesuit.
do. Please tell me it looks like Buzz Lightyear's armor. I want it.
No images. Ooh, is that actually? Oh no, never mind. That's NASA.
Let me see. Let me see.
You want to see here? Copy image and paste.
Are you DMing it to me or?
Yeah.
Ooh, that looks fancy. That looks really neat. I want it. I want one of those suits. Neil, buy me one. My birthday's coming up.
Uh, buy you one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me just take out 6 mortgages real quick.
Wait, how much is it? Do you know?
Probably priceless.
I want to know how much is
The
this?
cost. Back in 1974, NASA revealed the spacesuit cost between 15 and 22 million dollars, which comes out to about 83 to 122 million today. That was one of the old suits.
Mm-hmm. So the new one.
So probably about the same, maybe more, because inflation.
Whatever. It's not fair.
I'll tell you what. I'll win the lottery and I'll give you the money so you can buy it yourself.
But I want it from you.
Fine, I'll win the lottery and I'll buy it, and that's all you get.
Okay, cool. I do have some good news though. The Outlast Trials comes out tomorrow. A multiplayer horror game. We can play that together.
How much is it?
It's not we can. We will. You don't have a choice. It is. Oh, I have no idea. You can't. There's no pre-order option. It's gonna be in early access. How much is it gonna be? We'll find out tomorrow. Or today. No, wait. It doesn't matter. I'm not dating the episode. We'll find out whenever it is released.
Do they not have like spacesuits for the Space Force yet? How can they even call them the Space Force if there's no spacesuits?
You just showed me a picture of it, you dingus.
No, that was NASA's new suit.
Oh, there was a closed beta for Outlast Trials.
I thought you already.
225,363 player deaths.
Huh.
656,180 players incapacitated. About 300 million something seconds spent in night vision. That's 11 years.
I want you to take a look at this image. This is like a concept art,
mm,
but imagine if this were real.
I want to see.
Looks like a fucking pilot, dude.
I was gonna say that looks like that. I think that's exactly what the inspiration was drawn from. That's, dude. If they could confirm that that's what I would get to wear as Space Force, would you quit bullying me for wanting to do it?
Yes, if you got to wear that, I would I would bow down and suck your dick.
I'm like, dude, I would be that's really awesome. I'm gonna go up there and kill aliens, dude. That's great.
Oh, that is really cool looking. I like that.
That would be really cool if that were a thing. Okay, there we go. I'm good. Had to get that yawn out. Anyway,
Yeah.
you got anything else making you angry, bud? Or happy, even? Do you feel
Nothing.
here, answer me this. Do you feel any joy in your soul whatsoever?
No,
Any at all? None?
no, no.
Okay. Just had to make sure. Didn't want your hopes getting too high.
Okay, but besides that joke, actually, it's something fun did happen today that I forgot to mention
Ooh.
yesterday for the airing time, but we got to see the baby again in an ultrasound.
Got to see the baby. Is the baby doing
Yes,
okay?
yes, his head is massive.
Like yours.
Yes, his head is absolutely giant.
Got a big brain, dude. You got that big brain.
Yeah,
You gotta
that's what I said. I was
get the big wrinkles in it, too.
yeah, you got big brain.
It's
Big
either
brain
that
baby.
or he's gonna have absolute retard strength.
Yeah. So his head is like measuring at like 35 and a half or 36 weeks. And we're at 34 weeks, so he's ahead. And the rest of his body's measuring at about 35-ish weeks.
Hmm. Well, that's good. I'm happy for you.
Yeah. Congratulations, you're gonna be a godfather.
Mm-hmm. Why you You're the one gonna be the actual dad.
Yeah, but you're gonna be the god dad.
I should be congratulating you, though, is my point.
Yeah. All right. Well, I don't got anything else. If you don't got anything else, I think this is a good place to call it. We apologize for the short episode, but I really just want to get this off my chest. I had an episode planned for today, something completely different, but we'll do that next time I host.
Do you want to say what it was now? I'm curious.
We were going to do a cereal tier list.
Oh, we didn't do we already did cereal.
Oh, chips. Sorry, chips.
Chips. I was like, we already
did tier list.
I don't think I want to rate cereal again.
Yeah, we're going to do a chip tier list. My bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you haven't already, make sure to follow our socials on Twitter, Reddit, Facebook, and Instagram at JoBro Radio. Be sure to follow our solo stream pages, mine being just_Phoenix TTV, and Gage over there being Frosty Butcher TTV. Also follow our JoBro Gaming stream page. We stream on Mondays and Thursdays, usually between 5 and 8. That's JoBro Gaming _TTV. You got any concluding notes, buddy?
Don't drink and drive. I think that's a pretty solid one.
Well, that sucks.
Do you intend on driving?
Yep.
You're supposed to say no.
I'm not gonna do that.
It's like you're supposed to say no, my man. No, I got nothing other than that. Don't drink and drive. You guys have a wonderful day, wonderful rest of your week, whatever you got. You know, just have a good time. Unlike us.
Always. Pain.
Was that supposed to take place instead of